Hold on, I'm just turning off notifications. All right.
He can't hear
That's
it.
disgusting. I hear it from here.
I hate that ASMR stuff.
I used to
like
do
on
that with
TikTok.
Chrissy when we were at the other place. And she would, you could pretty much watch her head about to explode.
This episode of What the Pod Was That is brought to you by Blank Canvas Brand. If you own a business, restaurant, or sports team and you're ready to shake things up with that new, unique image, you need to use Blank Canvas Brand. Blank Canvas specializes in brand identity, including logos and graphics for business cards, flyers, banners, and signs. Blank Canvas offers printing services to help with your clothing needs. Look, when it comes to talent and service, there is no one better. For more information, you can search Facebook for Blank Canvas, or you can email blankcanvas@whatthepodwasthat.com. That's BLNKCANVS@whatthepodwasthat.com. You can find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit whatthepodwasthat.com.
What the Pod Was That may have content and language that isn't suitable for some. Listener discretion is advised.
Recorded live from the G.O.T. Sound Studio, this is What the Pod Was That. All material played on the show was found on the internet. The opinions about that material are our own. Please follow the show on Twitter @WhatThePodPod. Let's start the show.
Welcome to What the Pod Was That, the show that is shamelessly asking you to vote for us in the Best of the Columbia 2023 contest presented by the Free Times, assuming we got enough nominations. I am Barrett Gruber. Welcome back to the show, the man who has been cleared by the FDA but could cause symptoms of nausea, loose bowels, headaches, and rage, Zac King.
I can cause those things?
Yeah, absolutely.
At least one of those I know for sure.
If it's my bowels, I'm not causing it for anyone else.
As well, welcome the woman who is most likely to have all of those reactions to one dose of Zac King, Carrie Simmons.
That's the smell.
I liked it. That's good.
All right, everybody, thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the show. Our subscriptions are what drive the searches that get us new listeners. Also, if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us 5 stars and drop a review. And if you're not on Apple Podcasts, consider following us on Twitter @WhatThePodPod and interact that way. And if you're the type of person that prefers to listen on YouTube and you have not heard of it, the new channel is available, youtube.com/WhatThePodWasThat. And as I mentioned before, it is the Best of Columbia 2023 season. And if we get enough nominations before this, we're recording in April. So May is when the nominations change over to potentially being votes. But we're hoping that we got enough votes to make the list of possible podcasts in local Columbia that we could get a vote. So with that out of the way, you all know how this works. We find content on the internet and share it with each other to inspire humor and conversation. So Carrie said she wants to go first because she did not go at all last episode.
Yes, that is true. Oh, and these
it's our own
guys,
damn fault.
see, these guys are, I think it's what, shits and gigs, and giggles. These guys are
always
fucking hilarious.
These guys are always really, really good. Like there's no reason not to enjoy exactly what it is that they have going on.
All right, and he starts off right out of the gate. Okay.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Yes, and I hear this guy in front of me ask for 50 condoms. So I looked at my homegirl and we burst out laughing. Why does this man turn around, look dead at us and say, make it 52?
Oh.
What?
I would be so scared. Fam, make it 52.
Bro, they will stop laughing like that.
Immediately.
That's literally when, like, you know, with the when you've got a conductor, and he goes like, the violin goes, that is that moment. Rotted,
Oh
make
my
it 52.
God.
I don't understand.
He
What's
just bodied both of them.
what's
so
the
he's
difference
standing-
between 50 and 52?
It's for the two
The
girls
two
who were
people
laughing
that
at
were
him.
laughing at
Oh.
him. Yeah, so imagine Zach's in
Yeah, I
front,
missed
I asked for 50 condoms at the CVS counter. Yeah. We start giggling, this guy needs 50 condoms, and he turns around, looks us up and down, and says, make it 52. And with that wicked face and laugh right there, it would be a wrap.
It did not even occur to me. Like,
Really?
They would need to have run home.
All of those reactions I would have had.
So, and in this room, of course, I realize, married and single. But like, I can honestly say, I don't think that I have bought condoms in 20 years.
Jimmy's?
Is that what they're called? Jimmy's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
rubbers,
Raincoats.
Jimmy's, condoms.
Am I being condemned for the fact
Birthday
that
balloons.
because I called them by their scientific name?
Penis covers.
It's
Protection.
Yeah.
Do you have protection?
yeah.
No.
It's called sterilization. See, chemo and working in radio.
I mean, but
transmitters.
that helps you for one thing. Like people have diseases, right? And
Sure,
grossness and all
sure.
that. Blech. So
Sure. Yeah.
condoms are for more than just pregnancy.
Condom.
From now on, that's how I say
Now I
it.
feel weird for that's how I said it. All right, here we go. This is gonna be Zach's.
Food is your food.
You sound like a communist.
Well, not really communism, more like socialism. If you think about it, socialism's not really that bad.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's kind of like just being really nice and fair.
If you think about it, socialism's like everybody helping everybody else out.
The bus driver, Barrett.
Capitalism's like greed.
He's just staring at the review mirror.
kids doing back there? The only reason capitalism works is because it plays on man's biggest flaw.
Hey, what the hell are you doing back there?
It's almost like if you're really working on developing your soul and being a good person, capitalism is constantly throwing obstacles in your way.
Hey!
Yeah. It's like the principles
school
that
bus?
every single religion teaches are directly opposed to the principles of capitalism.
I'm gonna turn this bus around! I'll turn it right around!
I guess that's where the whole great Satan thing comes from.
That's it! You kids are getting pig slips!
What movie was that from?
That's from The Whitest Kids You Know. It's a
I
TV
don't think
show.
I've really.
Sketch comedy. Yeah, it's really good.
I don't think I've seen it. What?
It came on IFC. I think you can watch it on some streaming channel.
The
Yeah, I think so
Whitest
too.
Kids You Know.
Or definitely on YouTube.
Yeah, so yeah, you can watch
Definitely.
them all on YouTube. But like, they've made a movie. It was called Miss May, and it was funny.
Yeah,
it's a
I
great
remember
one.
that. I
Trevor,
remember that.
Trevor passed away. I loved that dude. He was so funny. He got in a car accident and died. Yeah, it sucked.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at that.
It sounded like you're
But
laughing literally at that.
The bus driver's basically like America. Like, what are you guys talking about?
All right, this is gonna be my first one, real quick.
Testing this slide to see if it is.
Oh Lord,
He's gonna get stuck.
he's fat as fuck.
YOLO.
YOLO.
Dude, the fire department's gonna get.
I'm already hyperventilating. I knew that shit was gonna. I mean, come on.
I didn't think he was
I'm
gonna
not
get through
a
it.
physics professor, or but you knew that shit
He
was gonna
tipped
be
the
a
whole
train
thing.
wreck. Oh my god, this is funny. This is. I don't. That is so me. No, I'm not gonna say that's me. But what I'm gonna check your volume.
Oh, I know. I'm
now see how it's X'd out.
Yeah, I've got it. No, look.
I mean, I don't know. It's been an hour and a half, so I'm just saying.
Wow.
I can appreciate everything she says. Okay.
All right, so this is gonna be Cari's second one. Here we go.
Okay, this is from my cougar queens. Is it just me? Or are the dudes that trying to holler at us getting younger and younger? Yeah. Okay, so this guy slides into my DMs talking about, hey, you're cute. I'm trying to holler. I'm like, oh, okay. You look a little young. How old are you? What's your skincare routine? He talking about, I'm 23. It's like, oh my God, I'm flattered, but you're a little too young for me. He gonna hit me with the age ain't nothing but a number. Sir, it is when it affects my car insurance premium. He's talking about I can go all night. That don't sound like a good time to me,
Thank
sir.
you.
I got to go to work in the morning. I'm good for a couple of humps at bedtime. You know what I'm saying? And then that's it. I got to go to sleep. And don't be throwing my leg behind my head. I'm gonna fart on you. I'm not dating anybody that's young enough to activate my breast milk. I need an older man. I need to double up on AARP discounts when we go out to eat. You know what I'm saying? Young man with your little tight nuts be sunk up to your body. No, I need an old man with nuts look like bubble gum. You know what I'm saying? Stick to the side of his leg and shit. Stella never lost her groove. Her back just started hurting a little too much when she get a little too into the groove, okay?
Oh my God. Nuts that stick to the leg.
I
As a
love her.
reference.
Love her.
Just purely out of curiosity, you all have heard the half plus 7, right? You ever heard of the half
Yes.
plus 7?
Half of your life plus
basically,
7 is your limit.
That's the age limit at which it is inappropriate to date any younger. So
half.
I'm 44, so half of 44 is 22 plus 7 would be 29. So no one younger than 29.
And all right, so yeah. And then so to me, here's my thing. My kids are 26.
So I could date a 23-year-old? Is that what you're trying to tell me here?
Yes.
That's
but no, you can't. You're already
in a relationship.
He's like, wait a minute.
Wait, what?
He's pulled his phone out and everything.
I'm just making sure I'm divided that right.
Can I filter Facebook by people that are 23 or younger, or 23 or older?
My
plus
limit,
7, you said?
Yeah, half your age
plus
7.
So
I'm just going to round up to, because I'm 46, right? So
24.
So 23 plus 7 is 31.
Yeah.
To me, that's still a little too close to the age of my kids.
I get, I recognize that.
I would not date anybody like 10 years younger than me is my
10 years is your limit. So
my
30,
limit.
36 would be your limit.
And I would still be like, probably like this is a secret. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going anywhere. I'm not introducing you to anybody.
Okay, but your age half.
We can go to Charlotte or Charleston.
57's your number.
Fuck you.
I just,
but yes, it is.
I just want to point this out that all of Cari's relationships are a secret because we try to get those out of her on here sometimes, and she won't say anything.
Well, they all go back to jail. Like,
well, they're only on a weekend pass.
The only person you guys have talked to is Rob.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, see,
Rob's the cop.
The cat, the Boston cat.
The Boston cat. Cari, you fucking wicked, pissing drunk.
Yeah, so he sends me a text the other day.
Sounds like 3 symptoms.
He's like, what's up, motherfucker? I'm like, yeah, hey, Rob. He's like, yeah, then it's just a picture of the sunset. He's in Florida somewhere. It's just nice and warm down here, motherfucker. I'm like, yeah. And then
But you still talk like that. It's fine.
All the time, and I got to be honest with you, it's not common here, clearly. And so it's hilarious.
Yeah.
When he gets around, like just around here, people are J.R. Cash and Chapin. We went up there one time and everybody was just like, who the fuck is this dude? But it was
slurred and less educated.
No, so
South Carolina versus Mass.
Chapin, let's make no qualms. There's a lot of Northerners over there now.
Not that Northern.
Knowing what I know of people that live in Chapin, I would say that
live in Chapin.
Yeah, but
grew up
and lived there.
There is a good portion of people that have migrated to Chapin that are either ex-cons, tax evasor. But they all have one thing in common. They're almost all like Jersey. Like there's definitely a common denominator of people that moved there from like New York boroughs.
They're all from Ohio or Michigan.
I was going to say that's more appropriate.
See, the ones that went to the Catholic Church that I knew, most of them were straight out of the boroughs in New York.
I don't know where the fuck they came from.
Well, they live in Chapin now.
I don't think they live in Chapin. I know people who go to that church who do not live in Chapin.
Well, I didn't live in Chapin.
You're talking about the only Catholic church there?
Next episode.
Yeah, but like there was a fair amount of individuals that my ex-father-in-law associated with that went to Our Lady of the Lake.
Our Lady of the Lake.
They definitely ruined the small town vibes of it all.
Oh yeah.
Look, you know what? It's getting big.
Where in Chapin do you live?
Do you know where the literally the is?
Yeah.
I live across the street.
Oh, okay.
My house is
that neighborhood's been there a while.
No.
Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
And then at the end of, I'm not on the lake. Let me.
I was gonna say you're not in
clear.
Chapin proper. You're not in Timberlake, Chapin proper.
No, and
I lived in White. I lived on. You know where?
Yeah.
That's where my son lives in Osprey. He bought a house in Osprey across from whatever that school is.
I'm
gonna
cut all
like
this
Murray.
out just because.
Yeah, and so yeah. All right, next.
That's where Keith grew up in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with him.
It's fucking hot. It's fucking hot.
All right, here's the next one from Zach.
Shane Gillis.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and put that seat up for me.
Why?
Safety protocol, sir. Please, seat in the upright position.
This is for safety?
Absolutely. That's what I just said.
Dude, it's kind of embarrassing. I can't. It's tough to fit. I can't fit. With it back, it helps.
Yeah, you're having a tough time fitting in that seat. Maybe you should take better care of your body. Are you a psycho, dude? So I'm trying to put safety protocols in place. I'm doing this for your own good.
Oh, whoa. It does feel safer.
Is that sensing a lot of attitude attitude from you. I just wonder if I've got to go get the captain.
What are you gonna tell the captain? We got a guy reclining back there. What the fuck's he gonna do? Turn it around?
He might.
Might emergency land this thing because I took a nap.
He might.
Is that what did 9/11?
Oh, shit.
19 fucking dudes reclining?
We got a guy reclining.
Sir, can I get you something to drink? You Diet Coke?
Does your dad know you do this shit?
How about some scoop him out of my hand, you big elephant?
You know, hot ladies that had your job.
Wait.
What the fuck's wrong with
A
you?
little of this, a lot less back.
What are you talking about?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Upright. Keep it upright. I'll see you on landing.
You can eat the peanuts out of my hand, you little fucking elephant.
What show was that?
It's called Gilly and Keeves. It's a YouTube sketch comedies.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Was that what happened in 9/11? 19 guys reclining their seats.
That was fucked
All right.
What's he gonna do? Turn this thing around?
He might.
Got a guy reclining back there.
So this is apropos to our conversations on previous episodes, talking about us doing the Dungeons and Dragons podcast, just to see if we can experience it. So I thought this was apropos of that.
We're in the middle of our tournament where my friend John said he found a body in the bushes over there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
That's great.
Oh, that's fucking great. Oh my god.
Oh, when that one came on, because and I know she doesn't. There's no way she listens to this, but I lost a girlfriend to LARPers.
So 2 LARPers?
Yeah.
And just so that's live action role play, not a disease.
Who the fuck is LARPer?
But
you know what?
Lose him to LARPers.
You want I could tell the story if you'd like. So
she's like, "This is fun." Barrett goes in the woods, never saw her again.
Essentially, and this is going to be a little hard for me to tell. But essentially,
You're not gonna cry, are you?
I'm going to try not to.
Okay.
When
I kept trying to talk to her, and she just kept saying "Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt."
So
God damn it, Tiffany.
When I was in high school, I was dating this girl, and then she was 2 years ahead of me. She left to go to
Wait, no, where she left to go?
university. She went to University of Georgia, and I guess at that point she got involved in LARPing, which is live action role playing, and you basically dress up in costumes and throw. Anyway, she would go and do these full weekends, and where it was Friday to Sunday night. And it was basically like you were in character the whole time. And
she's like, I didn't bang the king of the north. Esmeralda.
Zach's going in the right direction. So she comes home from one of her weekends of LARPing, and I asked her, I said, how'd it go? I was very forgiving in this situation because she was choosing to do that over a weekend hanging out with me. Anyway, so she says, well, me and she named some other character. She said, well, we got married this weekend, so we had our honeymoon this weekend. And I said, your characters had a honeymoon. Yeah. She said, yeah, I mean, it was us, but yeah, it was whatever. And I said, I'm going to need a little bit more explanation as to exactly what's going on. She said, well, my character married so-and-so. And I said, who is that person in real life? And she said, oh, his name's Frog. I said, his name's like French, like it's Frog, but like French, like Frauge or something. No, F. And I said, okay, I'm okay. So your characters got married, this whole weekend honeymoon thing. I said, what was that? Well, we have a cabin that we stay in the cabin together. And I go, you stay in separate rooms and pretend like you're staying in the same. No, our characters, our characters were married, so God. I said, honestly, how far did this go? Just tell me. And she's like, it was just our characters. And I go, I'm out. I'm done. That was it.
Oh, and she's like, and Barrett, before I go, there was a prima nocta.
And you know what? If I were to ever be invited to live action role playing, Sayonara, bitches.
You're going?
Hell yeah. Yes, I am.
Just for the honeymoon
So
weekend?
we were up there
Oh,
LARPing.
dude, I will do it every weekend. You'll not see me again.
Some orcs ran the train on me. Not me, but my character.
I don't mean like that, right? But that would be the best shit. I'd love to try it.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
I would love to try it. I'm not saying I would love, enjoy it, but I'd like to say, I gave it a go and it was not for me, or this shit rocks.
That's people who took D&D to like the next level.
Oh yeah, no, we used to. I don't know if you remember. Did we ever practice over at Seven Oaks? Softball.
There were LARPers out there, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
there were people out there doing like live action role playing,
Pool noodle swords.
Yeah, I mean like running around the fields and
adults.
I don't hate it.
Children?
I'm not going to hate
like
on them for it.
teenagers to adults.
Like that movie Role Models.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. There's also one that's like Kings called like Knights of Badassdom or something, and it has a gosh, what was his name? He was on Game of Thrones, the dwarf guy.
I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, and he's in lots of other stuff.
Yeah, he was in Thor.
Patrick. Yeah, he was the giant dwarf in Mira, whatever.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but he's in that movie too. It's really funny.
Yeah, that is good.
I don't hate on LARPers, but you losing a girlfriend to it. Sorry, Barrett, but it's fucking hysterical.
Normally, I would have thought it to have been the other way around. The
Like-
man not losing the woman.
Peter Dinklage.
That's it. Yeah, no, it was an awkward situation. Of course, when then I described it to friends after, and when the pain was still, I was the
You
one.
should not have done that, right?
I was the one that walked away, but I walked away because
Good on you, Barrett.
It was just a really weird.
cannot
I couldn't get a
believe-
straight answer.
Well, I cannot believe she was taking the route of, well, it was the character.
Yeah. That had to be like the dorkiest shit to witness. Like, fuck, what the fuck?
I remember the conversation. I remember sitting down and I remember the conversation and just going, I'm out.
Your imagination's off the rails.
To a guy named All right. I think,
when you say that, I picture the little kid with the glasses from
Yeah.
Little
Yep.
Giants.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. This is
Probably only time he ever got laid.
Yeah.
Sorry, Barrett.
I mean,
The king kicks open the door. He's like, Prima Nocta. Not my rules, fantasy rules.
My character said Prima Nocta.
Oh, you guys, this one. Okay,
Carrie's moving us along.
Yeah, this is hilarious. So I'm going to read this because there's not a lot of context verbally, right?
Okay.
So what?
All right.
There's a guy who's shooting a video. From what I'm gathering is there's probably a group of folks were on a drive. They came across a pasture. There's a ton of cows. And then the guy says, it says at the top, I really looked over and my friends were being chased by cows. Cows are pretty cows, right? Not bulls, right? They're pretty friendly.
Timid.
So what I'm envisioning, because there's really no context additionally, is that these guys are probably on a trip. They're like, oh, let's go get in the field, fuck around with the cows. And here we are.
All right. So we'll start it there.
Oh my god!
Oh my
god! Oh god!
Oh, that's hilarious.
They're not going to make it. You know that, right? They're never going to make it.
Oh, there's no way. There's
Oh
no
my God.
way.
There's like 100 cows chasing them.
Yeah, the whole herd. They probably think they're getting fed or something.
That's scary.
Like,
Right?
dude, I would have, my luck, I would be like, oh man, I'm running the fastest I've ever ran in my life. And then face planted or something.
So the title says all you need to know about this. This is Stone Cold E.T. going through the drive-thru.
Okay.
Stone Cold E.T. going through the drive-thru. All right, so we're going to go ahead and play this one.
This is Stone Cold E.T. and I want to order a couple cheeseburgers, and that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold E.T. like to come to White Castle, order a couple cheeseburgers to fill me up before I whoop some ass. Give me a hell yeah if you're down with
I'm embarrassed
Stone
for this
Cold
person.
E.T. Oh, hell yeah! Cause Stone Cold E.T. likes whooping ass. When Stone Cold E.T. rides a bicycle, I ride it long, I ride it hard, just like the Texas rattlesnake when he's done whooping Dick McMahon's
Dear Lord.
ass. Give me a, oh, hell yeah. What'd you say, E.T.? What? What'd you say, T? What? I said I want to order 2 cheeseburgers, and that's the bottom
I would not.
Because no Stone Cold love a little White Castle burger with a little onion, with a little meat on it. Because there's nothing like Stone Cold Steve Austin eating those little White Castle burgers. You know Stone Cold like a little White Castle.
That's so fucking annoying.
Stone Cold E.T. Want some of them little White Castle burgers? Can I get a hell yeah?
Jeez.
Ride my bicycle. Ride it long. Ride it hard.
That's
It was funny at first, and I'm like, oh man, all right, we gotta. At what point are we gonna,
Meals on me, Stone Cold E.T.
Meals on me, Stone Cold E.T.
All right. Well, my video is very apropos because mine is also a wrestler, and I am not still certain whether or not this is just a joke.
It is. It was his April Fool's joke.
I figured it had to be, but I really enjoyed it anyway.
Funny.
This is David Bautista, Netflix special.
I didn't know he had a Netflix special. I didn't know he was a stand-up.
Never done stand-up comedy before, but Netflix paid me $10 million, so... This is an impression I do. It's of my Aunt Liz. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Just gotta drink a pop.
No laughs.
Knock, knock. Interrupting cow. Moo! I messed that up. Pretend you didn't hear that. Do I suck at this? Now that's funny!
So that was an intentional spoof?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
He put it on his Twitter for April Fool's Day.
I thought that was hysterical. That was very funny. All right, Zach, Cari, you've run out, I guess.
I've run out.
That's okay.
This is the fucking truth out of Tom Segura's mouth. I love it.
Okay.
We'll have to, let me see, make sure. Here we go. Tom
This is
Segura.
me. 100%.
It's turned it, yeah.
To explain how much you end up loving your kids. And like now, I'm on that side of it. So I get to be amused by people who don't have kids, who swear that they get it. Like to hang out with a friend who doesn't have any kids and he's like, yeah, man, I see that you love your kids. I totally know what you're feeling because I love my dog. And I'm like, yeah. I'm not diminishing pet love. I have a dog that I adore. But here's the difference. If that dog were to hurt one of my kids, immediately and without question, I would drown that dog. Right? Oh my God. And then I would give it to my son. I'd be like, hurt you? I killed it. And he'd be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this dead dog? And I go, I don't know. Maybe learn to stand up for yourself so you don't have to do shit like that, right?
He's not wrong.
No.
He's not wrong.
Immediately and without question, I would drown that dog. And they took out the part where he talks about putting the dog in the tub, and it's like.
Nice. Oh, I love these.
Yeah, these are always really good. So let me we'll do the volume and everything else so that it'll play. Here we go.
Yeah, can you please send rescue? I think I'm having an overdose, and so is my wife.
Okay, you and your wife?
Yes.
Overdose of what?
Marijuana, but I don't know if it had something in it.
Not a thing.
Okay.
Can you please send rescue?
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 29 years old, and my wife is 26. Please come.
So you guys been drinking also?
No, that's it.
No, and is there any weapons in the house?
No. Please come.
Okay, we're on our way.
I think we're dying.
Okay, how much did you guys have?
I don't know. We made brownies, and I think we're dead. I really do. Time is going by really, 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 really slow.
Did you guys eat all the brownies?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. And you ate all of them?
Please come.
What
time is it?
Oh my god, dude. People are so fucking ignorant about
There
that.
was also one. It's a few years ago. I heard it where a woman was driving. She was drunk.
Mhm.
She pulled over on the side of the road and she called 911 on herself for them to come and she was so drunk. She was and the recording was like, yeah, I need somebody to come and arrest me because I'm drinking and driving. I'm like, oh my God.
Those people on there are going to be that way for a long time.
Yeah.
A long time.
I wonder what can the cops do? What can rescue? Can they?
They're going to have a horrible time
hydrate you?
eating charcoal at the hospital to throw up what's in there.
That's right.
Honestly, by the time you're high off of eating brownies, it's already in your bloodstream.
Well, you're going to keep digesting it and processing it. Especially if they eat the whole thing.
Just go to sleep. That's all you got to do. Just go to sleep.
His mind wouldn't shut off long enough for him to go to sleep.
He's freaking out to call 911. He's in it.
Yeah.
I
get
trip.
that.
Bad trip, dude. Bad trip.
I've had bad trip, but it's just sleep through it. Go lay down. That's all you got to do. It'll be okay.
Call me tomorrow.
All right. This is the last one I'm going to play. So it's a comedian. I can't remember what his name is. Andrew Schultz.
He's
It's
funny.
Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
That's who it is. Yeah. So here we go.
Blackface is wrong. Racist cannot do it. We agree?
It's a
We agree.
blackface.
Okay, good. Blackface is wrong. Cannot do it. Blackface is wrong. Well, I have to ask the blackfaces. I can't ask the fucking rest of y'all. Blackface is wrong. It's racist. You cannot do it. Under no circumstances. Cannot do it. Then you see them Navy SEALs commercials. You're like, all right, well, kind of sometimes you could do it. The whole Navy SEALs commercial is like, look how cool blackface is on a helicopter. Look how cool blackface is on a boat. Blackface in the water. They can swim. I don't know if they say that. I might have added that part. That's on me. But I'm just saying, life or death situation, it changes the stakes. Let's say, for example, me and you, we're going on a mission to save America. The mission takes place at 1 a.m. That is an important piece of the information on the call sheet. You have your complexion. I have the complexion of an iPhone flashlight. If you don't give me blackface, we're fucking dead. I'm a disco ball in the desert. They're gonna see us from a mile away. It's headshots for the both of us. You want to see her again? You gotta paint me the fuck up, bro. Full thing. You don't have to do the lips and the tap shoes. That's a little bit much, but you gotta paint me the fuck up. You're not gonna let me go on that mission with you without putting on blackface for your safety. Just like I'm not gonna let you smile. There's certain things.
That's good. That was good.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode. That was I think that was probably the most appropriate way to end.
That was perfect.
The middle of May episode. All right. Well, anybody else got anything else?
No.
When does this episode come out? The 15th?
15th of May.
Wish me a happy birthday in 2 days.
All right. Well, happy birthday, Zach, because your birthday's in 2 days.
Feels so weird to say it this early, but
we did miss an opportunity to wish Cari a happy birthday on the previous episode because she is 4 years old now.
Yes, I am.
56.
It's a good thing I bleeped that out.
56.
Because there are potential teenagers out there that might be listening to the show and be like, oh, Cari's age limit is technically 31, but she might go.
Well, Cari, when you turn 66, is there knowledge that you can, because you don't turn 76 every day. What's all the knowledge that you've learned?
70? What the fuck? I'm okay.
66 is what I said.
That's my limit.
I'm kidding. We're not going any further than all right, fair. Well, Cari, congratulations on your birthday.
Shut up.
Wow.
Shut up. It is coming. But guess what? I'm going to be a good-looking fucking 50-year-old. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to make it work.
Thank you, Nick the Geek, engineer and producer, owner and operator of G.O.T. Sound Studio. Check out details on how you can utilize his talent and production expertise at GOTSoundstudio.com. If it seems like these episodes are too far apart, you can check out our partner podcasts. Zach and I host the All About Nothing podcast with Trent Clark, available on most of your podcast listening platforms. You can visit theallaboutnothing.com for links and details. Cari hosts another very popular podcast with her partner Chrissy, Status Macabre, on most of the podcast platforms as well. Find details at statusmacabre.com. As well, you should check out our own DJ Lonzo's Top 5, hosted by Trent Clark, available on most of your podcast platforms. And you can check out Welcome to Wonderland, hosted by Ami Bland, available all over the podcast verse. Follow Zach King on Twitter at CarolinaKing21. You can follow Cari Simmons on Twitter at Cari_Simmons. You can follow me, Barrett Gruber, at Barrett Gruber. And you can follow the show on Twitter at WhatThePodPod. If you'd like to suggest something to share on the show, you can email suggestions at whatthepodwasthat.com, or you can tweet us. For more information and links, visit our website, whatthepodwasthat.com.
Hey, I'm only
that doesn't mean I'm not going to pay somebody to help me out. But
I'm not even halfway to 40 yet.
That is going to do it for this episode. That is it. No more. Everybody stay safe. And Zach,
keep your hands to yourself.
This What the Pod Was That episode was recorded live from the G.O.T. Sound Studio. What the Pod Was That is produced and engineered by Neek the Geek, owner and operator of G.O.T. Sound Studio. To support the show, please follow us on Twitter at WhatThePodPod. What the Pod Was That is an entertainment product of Barrett Gruber. Special thanks to Carrie Simmons, Zach King, Muff the producer, Neek the Geek, and you, our listeners. Please subscribe, rate, review, and share. Thank you for listening. What the Pod Was That is a part of the G.O.T. Podcast Network and a product of Barrett Gruber Entertainment and Media. This episode of What the Pod Was That is brought to you by G.O.T. Sound Studio. G.O.T. Sound Studio offers a variety of experiences: music, voice and instrumental recording and production, video and still photography. G.O.T. Sound Studio has all of your media needs met. Owned and operated by Dominique Stewart, the Neek the Geek, experienced artists as well as up-and-coming will find everything they need to create. Bring your media needs to one of the most talented producers and engineers in the business, Neek the Geek. You can find details by visiting gotsoundstudio.com or calling 803-243-2302. You can also find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit whatthepodwasthat.com. Hello, podcast listener. My name is Barrett, and along with a couple friends, Zach and Trent, I host the All About Nothing podcast. A weekly discussion about news, entertainment, politics, sports, and more. We give our honest opinions about the information that's most affecting the world. Sometimes serious, sometimes funny, but never not interesting. It's the All About Nothing podcast with Zach King, Trent Clark, and Barrett Gruber. Get it wherever you listen to podcasts, or visit theallaboutnothing.com for links.